can't do till afterwards, obviously.
That's fine.
Would it even show up?
On Twitter, you just put the URL.
Yeah.
And then you hashtag him.
Okay.
But you might even be doing the URL to YouTube, right?
Yeah, you could easily. Yeah, you could just do the YouTube URL.
But we'd have to wait till it's available.
You could do that for the link to the audio recordings too.
And I'm pretty sure we've talked about them on just about every show.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, it was just something I was thinking about. You know, I don't run it. I don't have access to it. But if one of us does, one of us must. Is that something we could, you know, try to kickstart to, you know, get some more followers?
Yep. Done.
Best way to lobby Jared Kiso for an interview, maybe other cast.
There's a lot of people that don't know who that is, which is probably why we're down to 3.
Right.
No, that's clearly not an accurate number because I was just having a conversation with 4 people.
Right.
And one of the viewers is supposedly you on your phone.
Exactly.
One is me because I'm watching it through this. But like I said, I was just having a conversation with
Donnie's still watching?
With plenty of people, so clearly that doesn't update as fast as it should. You know why that is? About the Wi-Fi.
Motherfuckers.
That's what I'd like to know.
I also have some follow-up for you.
Yes.
From last episode we did, where we did What's on Bob's Shelf, and you pulled out a container of Jenga tiles, some of which had been written on.
Yes.
And one of them you were asking me about. You're like, what is this? Sing the
song.
Oh yeah, that song.
Yeah, I remember what it was from.
What is it from?
It's from a Dr. Seuss book called Oh Say Can You Say?
Oh.
That I used to read to the kids when they were small.
Gotcha.
And it's got some tongue twisters in it that, you know, when you're, you know, trying to get your kids to improve their speech, you know, they get excited about the pictures and you have them read it back to you.
Right.
So that was of that book, that was the favorite, the one that was their favorite.
Okay.
Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
All right.
You have the book memorized?
La la la. If you like to eat potato chips and chew pork chops on clipper chips, I suggest that you chew a few chips in a chop at Skipper Sips Clipper Chip Chop Shop. That's it.
That's a tongue twister.
That's it.
Danielle, thoughts?
Huh?
You have it memorized.
Where were we at?
We're in your basement.
No.
I just blacked out for a second, guys.
Oh, I was down at Wayne State with Jack, and
No,
Jack
in your
and my
basement.
mother-in-law were sitting in the audience waiting for Cecilia to have her recital, and all of a sudden it came to me,
As you do.
as it happens.
Always.
That's
You
awesome.
want to hear the epitome of tongue twister songs?
Let's have it.
Well, we don't have to listen to it now.
No, let's
but
have it.
You know who Danny Kaye is, right?
Mhm.
From White Christmas and all that.
Oh man.
He did an album. No.
That's,
We're not going back to that.
Throwback
No.
to episode 5.
No. Was it episode 5?
Yeah, there was the.
Anyway, not bringing
the
up.
legendary White Christmas fiasco.
Son of a... Danny Kaye had an album back. My dad played this over and over and over again. And he had a tongue twister song, and he actually did everything. It was just called Tongue Twisters on the Danny Kaye, Best of Danny Kaye album. That's it. Is that why he left?
I have no idea. I didn't think you were going to sing it.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume you had that.
I've been briefed. I know I can do, and apparently Danielle can swear all she wants, but I can't say anything.
I don't even swear that much.
You just said you were the new swearing lady of the radio wave.
I didn't say that. Nick said that.
You said that in not so many words.
Not so many words.
Well, anyway, we haven't. Should I wait for Nick or no?
No.
We haven't talked about the Probert movie, have we?
No.
There you go. That looked like I saw a trailer for it, and there's another one that I was telling Danielle about. There was I want to say it's a Red Wing player, but if anything, an NHL player who is now living in like way up in Canada, and he's had problems with drugs and all that stuff. But anyway, that was a Probert movie.
No, it was quite fantastic.
It was good. I liked it.
No spoilers, but
Had you read the book beforehand?
No.
I don't know. He had a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was based on. It was
The Bash Brothers.
not. I don't think it was an
Was it
autobiography
him and,
because he'd already died, but it was a memoir.
Who were like the tough guys of the Wings? Kosher,
Kosher, Probert.
Probert,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't even
that's
lump in
pretty much it.
McCartney.
They
McCartney.
were. He was later though.
Darren McCartney.
I think McCarty played
The guy
with
from
Kosher during the
from
Cup.
Wings.
Yeah, with
Oh my
Kosher,
God,
but
look at
not
that.
Kosher
with.
come back.
Right,
for
but
the
not
beer
with
league.
Probert.
Right.
Yeah, Probert and Kosher played together for quite some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's they must have been planning this for quite some time because there's someone, I don't know if it was the director or whoever came up with the idea of this movie, but someone clearly sat down with Probert and had like an 2.5 hour interview with him. Just
I think that happened before while he was still alive. But,
Well, I would
that's
hope-
your
I would
point.
hope it
That's
happened
the
when he
point
was
you're
still
making, though. Yeah. That fueled
But-
the book. That therefore fueled. The
yeah,
movie.
so someone sat down with him and got all the audio recording of their interview.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. They play a lot of it uncut over the movie.
He swears a lot.
No.
Yeah, he
When did he die?
F bombs a lot. 2010.
Really,
July
that
5th.
long ago? Wow.
July
I
5th.
thought it was longer than that. It's only 9 years.
July
he's been
5th,
gone.
2010.
Yeah.
But when did he stop playing though?
2003?
Did he end his career with the Blackhawks?
Yes.
Yeah. And which I have to reconfirm with Todd.
Oh yeah. Every time I think about that story, it's so convoluted. I end up mixing up details, so I'm not very reliable on it.
Because they do speak of all his arrests and
Right.
run-ins with the law.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember the details of Todd's story, and I couldn't remember all of them.
It's on the footage that is sort of lost recordings, where Todd was a phone-in guest, and it's really tough to hear. But we do have it on tape.
So I might have to go back
I
and
have to go back.
because I feel like it was told. There was part of it told in the documentary, but not all the details were given.
But Todd's name was not mentioned.
No, Todd's name was not mentioned, thankfully. So, but yeah, no, it was definitely it was very well done, and some people laughed, some people cried.
It was sad at the end.
Like
When he
Forrest Gump?
died.
Well, they were like talking to his.
Well,
They like his wife was talking
Yeah.
about like one of the things she misses about him. That made me sad, and then the kids were talking about
Him
it.
being alive.
So
His teeth.
I'm emotional, and when other people cry, I cry. I mean, it doesn't take that, but it does help when other people cry.
Niagara Falls.
I know he looked over at me, and I was like, yeah. Turned away.
Well,
Look away.
speaking of hockey, we'll ask the four guys here. You can answer this if you want to.
I could probably answer better than Nick
Like
can.
full out brawl, no bar,
Agreed.
no bar fights. Now,
I'll
Corey,
take that bet.
Nick, did you play hockey?
Negative.
Bob, did you play hockey?
Negative.
I did not play hockey. I can skate. Corey played hockey.
So you're asking Corey.
Well, no, not really.
All
But like,
okay.
take it out on skates or something like. Even if you're in tennis shoes, like just all out. Seriously, like a hockey fight. Do you think you could hold your ground in it? I mean, it's different than getting them. Your
I'm missing the question.
if you were on skates and you just had to like all out brawl with me or with Bob or with people that could stand on skates that weren't and you're just punching each other.
Can Corey
Yeah,
phone
pretty-
a friend?
no,
Can
I'm
he
still-
call a friend?
It pretty much does it all come down to
I've-
strength? Like, what does a hockey fight come down to?
I'll
Strength
take
or-
the
or
Peach
just
Mightier
how
for
much
400.
I was gonna say because I've done it. I don't have to fight.
fighting?
Yeah.
Fighting?
Yes.
Sorry. Like all out. Well, okay. Well, what's it like then? Am I that loud?
Yes.
When you're talking,
Heated.
It's
when words are coming out of your mouth.
it's a lot harder on skates than it is on
Well,
with
no,
tennis
it is,
shoes.
but I mean, it's not the skating part. It's like the standing on your feet and punching each other part.
Well, yeah, you're clearly not skating while you're doing it. You're. I don't know. I guess I'm missing the question.
You are missing
Corey,
the
just
question.
answer it.
Just answer the
If
question,
you could
Corey.
stand on skates and you were fighting Joe,
No,
what's your answer?
What, like, what's the beating? Like,
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
Corey,
describe the beating.
Corey, what's the beating?
Describe
What's
the beating.
what do you mean? What's the beating?
Corey,
In
stop,
hockey-
stop dodging the
I'm
question.
sorry.
You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah.
in hockey, you're not like trying to like pick an
Thank
uppercut.
you.
Like when you're locked in, you're just
Exactly.
wailing.
You're just wailing Jennings.
Never mind. Move on.
No, I'm trying.
No,
I'm
'cause he's
trying to
fucking
understand
just
the
saying
question.
maybe, yeah, whatever. He's just trying to get me heated. So
I'm
go ahead.
agreeing with you.
No, go ahead.
I think you're.
Well, that's
already-
probably true.
No, you get what I mean though? Like you're locked in a fight. It's not like you're just like, hey man, you know.
It's not just on the street. Right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
So
Hey,
my
man.
my
Like,
answer's
what are
still
you going for? Like
Corey,
just straight out land as
that's-
many punches, or
yeah,
are you
that's pretty
trying?
much it.
Okay.
staying in the
Moving
upright
on.
position, not falling
Yes, and
down.
also not going to the ice.
Exactly.
These are incense.
Is this from Navajo Joe?
No, this is who was it that was always saying, "Oh, that's a diffuser."
Nick.
Well,
I've said
Nick.
that many times, but this is something entirely different.
It's been great, everyone. This is probably the last podcast we're ever gonna have because we're gonna all incinerate in Bob's basement.
Bob is
Is
From
that
this
crack,
little
Bob?
teeny piece of incense.
now
Incense.
melting the calluses on his thumb.
Bob says, "Fuck crack rock." I get crack.
I feel like that should light a lot easier
Everyone's
than.
leaving the room right now.
I feel like my allergies are gonna flare up.
That's good. Is that
He's
compre-
burning cat hair.
is that compressed cat hair?
Great, it smells like a funeral in here.
Ooh,
Well, it's not.
Smell good.
maybe like the church service before the funeral.
Oh, that's what I was referring to.
Right.
Pope farts.
Who keeps lighting
Oh, there it
things on
is.
fire in this funeral?
Did you say Pope?
Tell
farts?
the altar
Pope
boy to
farts.
put that shit away.
You know that's what they burn in that thing that they swing, right? The Pope's poop.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I know exactly what it is.
I go to church every day.
What is it?
Pope poop.
No, it's not. It's actually frankincense.
Frankincense. It does
That
smell
doesn't-
very good,
That
though.
doesn't make any sense.
I know.
I wouldn't move that around too much.
Well, no, because it's off to the side here.
Burn to death in Bob's basement.
There you go, bud.
And we go back to the whole basement blowing
Still
up,
lit.
which I won't bring up.
So Bob has lit this small baby fireplace at the table that no one can see
It's gonna slowly kill us.
but him.
Is stuff supposed to come off the top?
I was gonna say I just saw a bit of a flare.
Oh,
Oh,
there it
there we
goes.
go.
There you go.
I have
Oh, wow.
I have a station in, what was the station in?
Vietnam.
No, the station was the concert venue in
Corey stops at a gas station.
the
before
Rhode
he goes
Island
on.
or New Jersey, somewhere out there. Remember when Great White was playing and the whole thing caught
Oh
fire?
yeah, this. Yep.
Hey, I'm not gonna
That was
jinx
the name
anything,
of
so
it, was
I'll
the
permit
station.
it. It was called the station. It was fucking. Did you ever see the video to that?
You're such a child.
I love
Go
it.
on YouTube, look up Station Fire video, and it is the most like
Choice
20
of
minutes of
bonfire.
shit that you will ever see
I
in
feel
your
like
life.
I don't want to do that.
Corey, take the batteries out.
There's a couple minutes where you don't want to see it, but it's bad stuff. Anyway,
Yikes!
it smells really good though. What flavor is it?
It's
You don't eat it.
Oh, it's the
dragons and yum yums.
West flavor.
Don't eat it. I think it's campfire. Navajo campfire.
Well, it would be funny if you did eat it and it
Incense of the
created like the
West.
most hallucinogenic thing that you
Smells
would
like the
actually
West.
absolutely think of.
Look from Corey.
How much that?
I can't believe you lit that.
I think it smells good.
That's only blowing
Very
right into my
campfire.
face.
You know how much that plume of smoke is interfering with my crystal clear camera?
Did you get that online? It's good stuff. I think it smells
Yeah,
good.
I think it is.
I think it smells good.
Yeah, fantastic.
The good news is when we get to 0 viewers, we can just close it down.
That's true.
What are we at? 1?
Well, yeah. Me and Corey and then someone else.
Oh, good.
But I have a feeling it's Bob's Wi-Fi.
So my family is no longer.
So-
there.
Either Bob's Wi-Fi or
My-
Corey's
my sister's
permissions.
band.
Right. It doesn't even say it's never been my Wi-Fi. It's always been permissions.
Corey, what? Have you done it again?
No, it's public. Because otherwise Joe's sister wouldn't have been able to come on and comment.
Oh.
That's right. She called you a douche.
She just said douche. She didn't call me a douche. Just said douche.
You sure?
Pretty
Sure
sure.
about that?
Pretty sure it was directed to me, but
Yeah, that's
we
my
have.
point.
But we don't know that.
No, I think
Unless you want to
think we
call
do.
her right now and ask her.
I don't think I need to.
Call her.
First of all, she doesn't know me.
She does.
No.
Hey, Maria, it's Bob. Just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Question.
Thanks for the instant introduction.
I think it smells good. Or is that the cardboard?
You gotta get started somehow.
Yeah.
Little kindling.
It's fantastic.
All right.
Or
Another thing I'd written down was a remote podcast for Danielle Carnes.
Ooh.
Are we any movement on that? Any thoughts? I know we discussed it once.
Today being twice.
Today's the second time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
I mean,
it's-
if no one thinks it's a good idea, then I'll stop.
No,
pushing it.
absolutely. So what we said was that Danielle had been very vocal about trying to get to the podcast. She's not this Danielle, but a different one, Danielle Kearns. Longtime friend of myself and Corey, but she had some health issues that struck at the last minute, and she might not physically be able to make it to where we are. So we said that we would go somewhere that would be a little bit more facilitating to her, so as she could get on a show, or we could somehow figure out maybe like a call-in kind of system.
Yeah, we know the call-in's out for now.
And whether it be that we set a phone over there and we put it on speaker,
Yeah.
we'll figure
Suppose we could do that.
something
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
But I know she's very interested. She's an avid podcast viewer. But yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I think it's a good idea. We'll have to. I think I know her answer. And she also has 3 kids as well. So she's got a family.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that was the thing I thought would kibosh it were all the kids.
Yeah, beforehand she had mentioned that she's available on Fridays and Saturdays, and she really is excited about it. Much like Kevin, and she wants to get involved. And this kind of put it to where it's going to be like midsummer before she's able to, and I know that's much longer than she had anticipated.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm about it. I can get with her this week and see what would be the most convenient and what we can do.
Yeah, and if it's summer, that's fine. But just to make the offer that
Yep.
we'd be willing to try something new and different to make it work in the meantime.
Yep, I did extend a text to her and let her know that the Schnozzcast is thinking about her, and we're still waiting and patiently but hopeful. So she's got a smooth recovery and speedy.
Figure out a date, get some toys together for the kids, and
Right,
fill her.
right. Some
Sure.
options.
Tell you what, I don't
There's
mind.
plenty. There's plenty here. These are wrap presents.
This whole basket.
Bring
Yeah.
the Robo Sapien and
There you
Tell
go.
you what, and walking through the aisles of like Target and looking at like Nerf guns, I'm like, wow, those are. Other than being battery powered, the Nerf guns nowadays are pretty nice.
Corey.
Top of the door.
Bag top right. Black bag.
Oh, the sippy cow.
Yes. The old lopsided cow.
Called Sippy.
Oh yeah, now you know how we feel when you're getting the
Sippy
Sprite
cow.
out.
You know what we should do for her? Would she have boys or girls or
Girls. 3 girls.
3 girls? How about that? That makes it that much harder. They like Nerf guns, though, right?
I don't think so.
Depends on the girl.
Danielle, what would you get for girls?
We seek your infinite wisdom on
It
this.
depends on how old they are.
They're like 6 and under.
Oh, dude, that's easy.
Coloring books, stickers.
Yeah, there you go.
Get him a ride in the paddle van.
Get them
Oh God, no! Please, never.
The Schnozzcast goes and gets a bunch of
No
stuff from
seatbelts,
Target,
kids.
Deliver it to them, keep
Woo,
the kids.
this is how
doing
it's
what they're
done.
doing, and then- Am I
That's right.
not a good thing?
A free ranging couch in the back of a paddle van. Not
I
tied
didn't
down.
say that.
Or in
Oh
any
my
way.
God, I was trying to do a good thing.
Okay, Bob. So once again,
On the freeway.
I know we're not sponsored, but I'm going to mention again that I've got Tippy Not Sippy Cow I brought
Right.
for us today.
Okay.
The flavors are milk inspired. So we have a vanilla soft serve, which tastes exactly like that. Joe, we have chocolate, and we have
I want chocolate.
an orange creamsicle.
Ooh, orange creamsicle, actually.
Joe, orange
Yeah.
creamsicle. Bob, you said you like the vanilla, but you want to try something
Nice
different?
I'll take vanilla unless there's only one left. I don't
Nope.
want to. Okay.
I got chocolate.
Corey,
Chocolate.
chocolate it is, sir. Corey,
What are you repairing now? Battery pack?
Yeah, apparently the light on bright doesn't last as long as the light on medium.
I see.
ooh, speaking of which,
Is that why I got darker?
we should get a podcast light bright
Yes.
with just
Original,
this,
like
The
the
whole wall.
we do like the Schnozzcast logo on it and keep it in the
or
background.
or a
somewhere.
well lit
I could do the
one
art.
of those things.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Where's
Etch a sketches. Those things.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The world's most far apart.
I'm
nails.
still thinking about Nerf guns and how to equip 6-year-old girls with Nerf guns.
It's easy. Here you go.
Yeah, but they're not into
Of course they're not.
Nerf guns.
But once you give it to them, your job is done.
What did you
You
get
walk
for?
away.
What would you get for Cecilia when she was 6? Barbies? I mean, I really
no,
don't
she
know.
wasn't. No, you got to know your kid.
But boys are
Ultimately,
so
the
easy
question-
to just here you go. Something that fires.
You know
something.
why? Because
Tell
guys
us.
don't
We're
care.
simple. Yeah, we're simple minded.
Yeah, we don't.
So if you just transfer that mindset to your giving gifts to little girls,
But how?
you don't care. Here, enjoy that. Here's a Nerf gun.
Give a Nerf gun to
Yep,
a
and
little
then-
girl.
bras that I fucking had to get.
Walk away clean.
All right. Yeah.
Do you know how many gifts I got
Nerf
for my
guns are not
kids?
cheap.
Do you know how
by
many
the way.
gifts
They're
I got
like
for my kids when they were
$55.
little that they didn't like or weren't interested in?
Probably everything.
Tons.
Joe,
Yeah.
look
You know
at
what those
these.
people? Those
What?
not,
These
you
are,
know how many
these
apologies?
are presents that are still wrapped from 15 years ago.
I know.
Do you know how many apologies I got from those people?
None.
Zero.
Zero.
They didn't give a shit.
Bob,
they
I'm
gave
not
me and they walked away.
Bob, I'm
Don't
not
feel
even
guilty
a
about
dad, and I know the answers. that you
Right.
guys
So just
come
give
up
them the
with.
Nerf gun and walk away.
Exactly. I am still very interested, and are we
Maybe-
still?
Oh.
Are
Maybe
we
you should listen to
recording?
the
No,
podcast.
yeah, maybe you should listen to the podcast.
Are we recording?
You should
Yeah.
listen to the
Okay.
podcast.
Well, I haven't listened to every episode,
Typical.
but those.
Well,
That's
but guess what?
clearly a
Guess
Chri-
what? Guess
Christmas Eve.
We've
That's-
already solved the
Hold on,
the
everybody.
mystery of the
Everybody,
Christmas presents.
hold on.
Tell me.
Can we
please.
get on board with Joe's homework assignment
What is mine?
Ooh,
and or penance
I like this.
is to listen to every podcast.
Fuck yeah.
And
Now hold on. The only one here that's listened to every podcast is me.
Right.
the only one here that's been at every podcast is me, you, and Corey,
Yeah, but you still never listened to everyone.
because I can hear.
So you remember everything. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
If you remember everything that happened,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Right.
Yes, I think that's a good homework assignment.
Thank you. I'm a person with ears.
So
We're all-
what,
you're
what
also
is,
one of
what
the-
is my
also getting
ultimatum
drunk
here?
on
I
every
don't
podcast.
listen to it, and I don't get to see what's in that fucking
You
package.
have no idea.
We didn't
I
get
could
to
open
see
it
what's
right
in.
now if I want.
We didn't get to see
Good.
what was inside of it either.
We didn't.
Exactly. That should be a. You know what that should be? Can
Bitter
I?
pattern.
Can I wait? Can I say one thing really quick? That should be a
Are you really asking
Nickelodeon.
us?
What the hell is that thing they buried?
Time capsule.
Time capsule. Thank you. That should be a Nickelodeon time. 25 years from now, you
Everyone-
should open that.
everyone
fucking-
agree.
You-
Good job.
sometimes
Yep.
things just work out.
That sounds great.
Sounds
Fuck
great.
You guys, cheers your fucking.
So you were cheersing with your friends the other day.
Fuck you guys. Let's just drink this stuff that Nick brought.
But you just said that. We're dead. I can't hear shit.
Good?
Yeah, it's delicious. But you just said fuck Joe in a time capsule thing.
Delicious.
No, you said fuck you guys as you opened the drink I bought and drank it.
No, you just. I was gonna cheers you guys, and you just said fuck you about the Christmas present thing.
I said fuck you.
You did. You're like, "Well, whatever Joe does.
How
want
is
to
your
do,
skin
what's
so
it?"
thin when you sit down at this table?
It's not.
It's very thin.
No,
We're just
because he
fucking around.
Blatantly, I know he is. No.
Then why are you giving him shit?
It's a podcast.
Nick doesn't know.
Guys, it's
Well,
a podcast.
but why am I always getting ridiculed about everything? I'm the only one that crosses the line, that says too much and stuff like that. Really?
No one's
Only
ridiculing
me?
you.
Yeah, we're not. Really.
You always
When?
do. You
No,
always.
I don't.
I mean, when you're not here, they make fun of each other. So
No, they make fun of me. I remember the first podcast after. Sorry, the first podcast after I wasn't here. He brought me up. He said the ghost of Joe Guido passed. I remember that because I was watching that
Because
podcast.
that's funny.
No, exactly. And
Be-
John's like, they said
know
your name.
why?
I'm like, I don't care. It's fine. I could care
It's
less.
not fine. You have very thin skin.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
But I want my opinion to be rifled back at him. That's the only thing that I care about.
And if
They'll
you
be
were,
like, no, moving on, Joe.
and if
moving
you
on.
attended the podcast every time we did it and rifled your opinion
Every
back,
time
well,
I'm
there you go.
working sometimes.
Well, you know, it's,
You guys get nights
well, the
off. I
shit's
don't.
in the Ethernet. It's forever.
Oh, good. I don't want to go back and listen to all of it. Well, if you really
that,
want me
that
to.
is a no. I
okay.
don't care one way or the other.
Well, so I.
You asked about
All
a
right,
mystery
well,
we'd already solved.
Well, calming down. So you opened it then?
No.
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 That's what I
if
said. We never
listen
opened
to
it.
everything that I have, I can be here on Christmas Eve. That's when you should do it and open that.
No.
No?
No.
I
Never
don't
opened
give a
it.
shit. Then why?
You
I don't
would
fucking
know
care.
the answer to the question.
I know what's
Yeah.
in them.
I'll tell you what it is.
I know what's in
A
them.
pair of rollerblades.
Nope.
Something. Look at Bob's
That
like,
is a
motherfucker.
an
He's right.
absolutely horrible guess.
But the audience probably knows what it is.
It's a Nerf. I don't care. Whatever. Hope you have a fucking heart attack.
If only we didn't have
I'm kidding.
campfire smoke.
Don't have a heart attack.
If we only,
I think it smells
Are
good.
they posting it right now?
if we only didn't have campfire smoke.
Oh, I know what it is.
Right.
No, but nobody said anything.
Kevin said no excuses.
Can I ask
Yeah,
one? Can
from
I
the guy
ask
who's
one
also got
thing?
homework.
One thing.
Yeah.
Is it for Jack or Cecilia?
Neither.
I can't.
Yeah,
Divulge
you're
that.
Well,
sorry.
the hell is that gonna
Doesn't
fucking
matter.
work? Then I don't. I could care less what it is. Then.
I know, but we kind of assume that
If you
your answer
if you
for
gave
everything-
You
me
know,
some
the best
hints,
part
I bet
is,
you I can figure out what it
You
is.
can say all day long that I could care less now.
He's so
It's
curious.
real. Oh my God, it's gonna drive him nuts. If all of us left to go upstairs for some reason, he was down here like holding down the fort. Oh my God, they'd be open. He'd be
Where's Bob's
a
tea kettle,
tornado
damn
of
it?
wrapping
There'd
paper.
be 1999 wrapping paper going everywhere.
See, but that's the thing. Now, Bob, from this second till the day he dies,
Gonna hold
will
that over
never
my
leave
head.
me in this basement because he knows all of that. So,
I think he's
sleep
never
tight,
gonna.
Bob.
He's probably never gonna leave you in the basement for other reasons.
Oh, he has. Oh, no, he has. He has.
It's not gonna be specific. To
Right.
All of a sudden, we're gonna hear.
You're gonna hear the fucking gas line.
We're gonna get a text that says, "Fuck all you guys, I'm done with this shit."
You know what I love about Joe?
All right,
First
moving
of all,
on.
He makes lots of noise.
the utter like he's already forgotten we're even on a podcast. The
Oh.
doors are slamming, things are being thrown to the table.
Screaming.
But think about this. You guys know none of you have kids, but I do. And maybe no one else catches it, but like as an adult, how do you get to the point where you're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom? Like when you get up and you're like, you need to get out of my way. Like how does it get to that point? As an adult, you should be like, I think I might need to go to the bathroom.
I think he was more concerned about making his point than he was going to the bathroom.
I think he had to go to the bathroom for some time.
Yeah.
Yes,
He-
but
Yeah.
he wouldn't keep
He didn't-
talking.
Right, because he thought he was going to learn some mystery
Peepy
that
dance,
he was not
peepy
going
dance,
to learn.
peepy dance. Add to my argument. Oh my God! Okay, get out of the way.
Unless you're at a bar and you've been drinking, and that sort of impairs your.
Or in a
I
basement.
don't understand how you get to the point where you're like,
Or you're
oh my
stuck
God,
in line.
I have to go right now, or I'm going to piss my pants. I don't get it.
I was gonna say I've been driving before and that's happened, but when you're on 94, you can't
Yeah,
necessarily
that's-
just pull over.
That's a
And,
different story.
Can't you?
Not like you know where the bathroom is. You know there's no line. Just go. Nothing's.
I think we've
I
crossed
mean,
the line.
that's what 6-year-olds do.
Crossed the line to too fired up, Joe.
But you know what? He's not going to listen to this. It's not going to matter.
No, but we are gonna listen to this right now.
Actually, his sister's going to listen to it. Like, so when they were talking about you, oh, that time about the presents. Oh my God.
I honestly, I wish if there was a band out there that rubbed feces on themselves, I wish we could talk about it.
As soon as you said feces, I'm like,
I know what you're
literally,
talking
I'm like,
about.
Well, thankfully, because I
Oh,
wasn't speaking in a
God.
secret language that only the podcast knows. I heard you guys.
All right, so I have another quick segment.
Oh, good.
This is an Amber segment, and I only happen to see this article. So
Is
I'm
there a
like,
child missing?
no. Amber Magro from,
Oh, okay.
Not an
Uncle
Amber
Ray's
Alert.
Special.
Okay.
had come up with different segments for all of us, and mine was bullshitting with Bob. And so I happened to see a story, and I'm like, well, I guess this would fit into that category. So I was reading the news, and there's a story about a 3-year-old boy who borrowed his dad's phone, and his father got the phone back, and he ended up putting out a tweet, which basically the world could see. And he said, "This looks fake, but it's our iPad today after a 3-year-old tried repeatedly to unlock. Ideas?" And he tweeted a photo of the screen of his iPad that said the device is disabled, and it said try again in 25,536,442 minutes.
Oh.
So basically, the kid had taken his dad's iPad, and he kept repeatedly trying to unlock it. But what I didn't realize, I honestly didn't know this. The more incorrect attempts. First of all, if you have, I think it's either 5 or 10, whatever the lockout limit is.
I thought it was like 15. But
Let's say it's 15. 15 incorrect attempts at a password to unlock your device locks it permanently. Then you can't get into
Right.
it without going back to Apple.
Right.
At that point, most people would stop entering an incorrect password.
Right.
But the kid just kept going.
So it accumulates?
It not only is it right, every successive time you try to enter a password is incorrect, it keeps on adding time.
Oh.
And then and that keeps on like probably not doubling, but increasing the time every attempt.
Right.
So it basically got to the point where without Apple's help, he wouldn't be able to unlock his iPad in 48 years.
Oh my god. That kid really wanted
Jesus.
on there.
Yeah. So he tweeted the pictures like, anybody, any ideas at all? Anybody, please help. And so
My first one been contact Apple.
So he had some Twitter followers who gave all kinds of comments, and one person said, "Just connect to the computer you originally synced to iTunes on. Let's think it'll be fine." And the guy hadn't synced to iTunes, so he couldn't do that. Someone else said, "Put it in a bag of rice." Someone else said,
That
"Time
solves-
travel seems
solves
to be your
everything.
best bet." And another person said, "Reboot your kid." And then even more people said, "Hey, don't worry about it. Just wait out the 48 years."
You don't need your iPad.
Go back in time and use a condom.
So Apple actually chimed in, and they told him that he would need to perform a restore to use the device again, but he would lose the data on the iPad if he'd never backed it up.
Wow.
Right. We
Well,
don't know whether or not he ever backed it up or
It's
not, but
either you lose your data or you wait 48 years. So, I mean.
yeah, as of 2 days later, he was still locked out of the device.
And didn't Apple have something familiar like happen with this situation when there were those 2 shooters that had they had their Apple phone, right?
Well,
and
it
then
wasn't
Apple
a similar.
refused to give out their passcode so the government or the FBI could look into it, right? Wrong.
That's
Right.
correct. I'm not sure.
So it's
related
like
to
quite a
what we're talking
leap.
about,
Like
but-
this guy couldn't get into his phone because whatever, but they won't give out the password. It's an odd thing.
But okay, so I went to Apple today to get my phone fixed, and they purposely turn off your Find Your iPhone app so that you have to enter your password because they want to make sure you actually know your password on your device in
But
order
why
to
couldn't
back
he
it
do
up.
that? Though?
Which when she told us that too, I kind of wondered. I'm like, how many times was Apple burned by people bringing
Right.
stolen phones
Oh, probably.
until they're like, oh, you know what we should do?
Millions.
We should turn off the Find the iPhone app.
Yeah.
But they do it every time you come to get your phone fixed.
Yeah, they don't mess around with the Apple Store.
Mm-mm.
I have an Android piece of junk, so I don't know the problems that iPhones have to go through.
Right.
So.
But I thought that was interesting.
No, Apple's historically been, first of all, extremely liberal company, but very, very social nonconformist. They're not gonna. They don't give in to the government. Even if it's to be helpful, they're like, nope, that's private data. That's somebody's phone. We don't
Private,
care,
yes.
We don't care who you are.
But doesn't everything go up into that little cloud that you have?
Not if you don't back it up into the cloud.
But if you don't know not to back it up into the cloud,
But if you
goes
don't
up
not
there,
to
right?
not know,
But there's
But
only.
that's what I'm talking about. They
But with
they
the-
say they want to do this.
But
they say
with
they
the
wanna
cloud,
do that,
you
but
only get so much stuff
they don't give a
to
shit.
back up, and it's like nothing.
Joe.
I don't know.
There's
No iPhone.
There's an old saying.
Shut the
Too
fuck
many,
up.
too many things go up into the cloud. A little rain must fall. I think I'm making
More Taylor
Thanks.
Swift
I was gonna
lyrics.
say, that's an
Thanks,
also
Dad.
Taylor Swift song.
a No, it's not.
It's really not.
That was the oldest thing that I've ever fucking heard in my life. Past my dad and my dead grandpa.
Past grandpa farts. Because you could hear that. And that's pretty cool.
Because it's oozing.
Sueza, the only beer that they give you at all-inclusive resorts in Mexico.
Hey, I got a lot of this shit in my place.
Or it's Sol, I'm sorry. Sol.
Exactly. So,
Same thing. It's funny
good.
because
I mean,
they're like, when you go to Cancun, they're like, oh yeah.
you do know that because of my plugs, my brother-in-law could supply this entire basement with all the beer we could drink forever, right?
Could he?
During the podcast.
Well,
And you could get
I will eat my own words when that happens.
advertisement. Really?
I'll eat my words. I swear to God, I will.
You're not gonna drink your own words. I forgot to.
If you, yeah, I will.
You'll get the warm. How long is that?
No.
I actually microwaved it.
When you go to Cancun, like at certain resorts,
I'll never go to Cancun.
Okay. When people go to Cancun, at certain resorts and they have all inclusive, at least the one I went to, it was all the tequila you could drink, and it was Jose Cuervo Especial Gold, which wasn't bad, and Sol. You had no choice. It was Sol. You could have as many as you wanted. You could have 6-packs when they cleaned your room. You could have them drop them off in the fridge. You could call and say, bring 12 more up, and they bring them up. I mean, anytime you could have as many as you wanted. You could go to the bar and have as many shots as you wanted, but it was those two things. So in the hot sun, it's like, it's beer.
Right.
So it's not bad.
Yeah, but is
Good
it really
point.
though?
Dude,
Still didn't see the point though.
When the water is Cayman green / blue, and the sky's blue with no clouds in the sky, and it's 91 degrees, and the sand is white, it's like
Refreshing old soul.
I don't give a fuck about anything as long as it's alcoholic. I mean,
Oh, okay. Anyway, as I say, you're a country guy, right? You like country music?
Yep.
You've been to country concerts.
Yep.
What do they serve there? Good stuff.
It depends on the venue.
Whatever you
Bud
want.
Light, the
Whatever you want. No, but I
fucking
don't
hick
like.
beer. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
to each their own, but I don't
Just
like.
saying. You go to a Mexican resort, that's what you get. You go to a country concert, that's whatever makes them the most money.
And I would assume.
I'm not saying it's good.
Here's the thing is that was like the go-to.
So
You could go. Yeah, you could.
Sol. We
You
don't
could,
even know how the hell to say it. I don't.
you could. I think it's Sol. You could sit at the bar and order drinks. Well vodka and well everything else, and they'll give it to you. But as far as beer, that's what you're getting. If you wanted to pay for something different, you could. But if all inclusive, that's what you get. So I would like to know, like someone that was Mexican, which my cousin's wife actually happens to be, mis prima, as we say.
As we say,
Yeah.
your people.
I do have 2 second cousins that are of Hispanic
That
descent.
doesn't make...
Yeah, they're related to me by blood. But anyhow, so
How much blood?
Tiny little drop.
lots. But I'll ask her. But I would like to know what that would be the equivalent to. You know what I mean? Like we're like, ooh, this is not bad. Is it like Beast Light, or is it like Bud Light, or
Miller Lite.
yeah, right.
I've been to Europe twice, and we went to well, just listen.
I mean,
But my friend Nick Mansfield he goes to Ireland all the time, and he says the locals don't drink like Irish beer. They drink Bud Light, and they drink Budweiser, and all the American stuff. I'm like, really?
Well, think about
They
this.
they go for massive just consumption.
Think
I'm
about
assuming.
it. It would only make sense. So in Ireland, American beer is imported. In the U.S., Irish beer is imported. So we really think we're like the cat's ass was like, oh, I only drink Guinness.
Mm.
You know, it's more expensive and it's imported. You know, so they're
That's
like,
true.
they're like, oh, I'm drinking Bud Light today.
It's from America.
Came across on the ship.
But do it. Wait, well, you're good at impressions. Do it in an Irish, hi, or whatever.
I'm only drinking Irish beer today.
Today I'm just drinking the Bud
Oh,
Light.
today I'm just gonna have a Bud Light.
I do it with a mix of Corey and an Irish guy.
Oh, that's
Do it.
what, like, if
Right?
Corey and an Irish guy had a child, like what?
You're stumped.
Oh, today I'm only gonna drink a little Bud Light.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll fuck your eyes up if you try to
Hi,
mess
guy.
with me.
Just gonna drink a little Bud Light.
Fucking shoot ya. I think I would like an Irish Corey.
He's so much cooler than the American
Than regular Corey, seriously.
Regular, not American Corey.
No.
Regular Corey.
That's nice to meet ya.
Did we lose the host?
No, he's actually watching from the bathroom right now. It just said Bob Rankin is watching.
I
Oh,
saw
he's in the
that.
bathroom.
I did see that.
No, I think he's probably smoking. Just didn't want to
That bastard.
Didn't want to miss out.
interrupt.
Oh.
Great.
Hurry on up, Bob.
We better wrap this thing up in about 15 minutes.
Close it out with the pick of the
Hey,
week.
well, you know what?
Or
Isn't somebody's birthday coming up pretty soon, or has it passed? The old.
Happy birthday to you.
Who? Oh, Bob's? Yeah.
What?
Have we planned anything for the birthday boy? Or?
Well, he's watching. So
I know, but
Hey guys, let's secretly plan this right now.
let's throw him off. Yeah, we're going to.
He just heard that.
Going to Bogarts.
Damn it. Now, Nick,
We got you first class
completely-
tickets. To,
you are foiling all my plans.
Bob, we're gonna take care of your cover at Bogarts. That's what
it's
you
an-
get, bud.
It's an exotic island.
They're
That's
gonna
funny.
pay
The whole
your
weekend.
$18
The whole weekend.
They're gonna pay
You-
for your $18 ticket. At
You
O'Hare.
pay so much that they don't even shut the place down. Like, here's this much money. Keep the place open. The whole
Bob just wrote taking the dogs out. Oh, that's a perfect time to do it during the podcast.
At least he's preemptively working towards the
Goal.
end goal.
So, just so you guys are aware of what's going on behind the scenes. So, we are frequent flyers of the Uncle Ray's official fan club. Okay, so we kind of like to, when we have to start the podcast quite late, it hampers on what our ritual is. And there's different people, like to give you for instance, my dad had him and his buddies used to always, like around our age, would go up to my cabin and they'd do like a canoe race once a year or a couple times a year. And they had all these different rituals they used to do. Running your underwear around the pond, or all these different things that they had to complete before they went on a canoe race. And it was a big deal who won. You know what I mean? So we kind of have our own thing. And one of our things is that after the podcast, we have to make it up to Uncle Ray's official. Oh, thank you, sir. And it kind of messes things up, or throws like a wrench into our gears when we start so late. We did start relatively on time, but we had some hiccups. So we don't try and cut the podcast short, but we try and make sure that we have enough time to where we're not coming in too hot. Because there have been times where tires are squealing and we're making sure we get in before
Cop sirens are blaring.
before that
Yeah.
deadbolt is turned to the left.
Where is your where is your cabin at?
So my cabin is in Curran, Michigan.
Where's Curran at?
So to do the old Michigan thing, it's right about here.
Where's Michigan?
It's in the middle of the largest,
Well played.
the
well played.
largest body of fresh water in the world.
Oh,
No. Okay.
Continue. Just
So
tell
anyone
me.
besides Joe is welcome to come to my cabin.
Oh, great.
At any time.
I'll go anyway.
I don't like this cabin. I hate the woods.
Dude,
Fucking
No,
nature.
would like it.
That would be kind of cool.
Goddamn fresh air.
If we could shoot like I could pay for like a month's worth of hotspot, shoot it from my phone, and we could do a podcast from the cabin. That'd be kind of sweet.
Can I ask one thing? Even though I'm not invited yet, men only or women?
Of course, not men only.
Just asking.
No, anybody that wants to go.
Well, you said this whole like beer Olympic thing. Women don't do that shit.
No, I was giving
Right?
Excuse me?
No. Before he showed up, I said,
You don't.
about, like,
you don't hang. You get
guys walking
tired.
around with their dicks out in your cabin.
no.
So can we do that? Can I just have my cock hanging out?
Just
Is it
walking
fine?
around naked.
Yeah.
I didn't
All
mean
weekend.
it like that.
That's never
okay?
okay. That's never okay.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, what I said was
It's only on Thursday.
my dad and his friends
Mondays.
used to
2
have this
p.m.
once a year canoe race where it was like
Oh, awesome.
huge deal.
Yeah.
And they would go up to my cabin and they would have like stupid events like miniature golfing, and who won that? Running around the pond in your underwear. And
Sounds
and
like a
That sounds
lot
awesome,
of women
yeah,
do this.
it was this huge thing, and it got
Yes.
It sounds
No.
really awesome.
Sounds like a lot of women do this though.
and dude,
Why?
it got
Yes, no.
it
Your
got-
dad and his buddies.
Hold
that's all
on.
they
Let
do.
the man finish first.
No,
Sorry, go
it
ahead.
got extremely competitive. And one time there was one of the guys that
Machetes.
owned like a department store, and they had like different names for the teams and things like that. And one of the guys got a hold of my grandma and was like, you know what?
Oh God.
We want
No, stop right there.
we want to rub things in Greg's face,
Whoa.
and
Yeah, Grandma.
we want you
Grandma
to give us
rub
we
what?
want you to give us access to his house.
Right.
Because we're gonna set up these dummies and we're gonna put these shirts on it. So like shirts that says Schnozzcast is awesome, something like that, that equivalent. So they, whatever the name of their team was, they dressed these mannequins up in these shirts and had them in my dad's house when he came home from work.
That would be freaky, yeah.
Right. But of course he came in and was like, what the fuck, you know? But
Right.
my grandma was in on it, you know. So they were very back and forth competitive. So it was something that went on like all the time. But
Okay.
I will say the second we start talking about guys walking around with their junk out, Kevin Cromwell commented that would be sweet.
And your dad and his mother were on separate teams?
no. But here's the thing. So let me just give you a brief story.
You already did brief story.
So it got so competitive that they went to a Tigers game one time. My dad tells the story way better than I do. But one of the guys was a lawyer. Another one of the guys was someone else that was in some sort of profession.
That's right. This was the Oxford
Sexual
story they told
offender.
us.
Oh, I mean.
So my dad said that him and his best friend who had passed away, won the race, got first place every time. Didn't matter. There were different people like Joe and Mikey that said, well, this year we're gonna do it. We're gonna beat your ass. And every year my dad and my godfather won. So the team that was always involved, let's say you two, whoever it may be, they never won, but they were really pissed off, and they were like, they called them, my dad and he wants to shake your hand because he thinks
No, just do this.
He thinks you guys are on the team
All right.
now.
He said
Okay.
Joe and you two, so
I didn't.
So-
I'm watching him.
My dad called themselves America's team, and they called themselves the Drifters. Okay, so they went back and forth.
Okay.
So they paid some guy in a personal plane a certain amount of money to
Yeah.
fly over Tiger Stadium with a sign that said the Drifters rule. So
Oh my God.
they had this. I mean, that's how competitive it got.
Is anyone else thinking what I'm thinking?
was it a pilot? Like a
I heard the
licensed
story.
pilot?
Schnozzcast banner at the Tiger game.
You can do
Ah,
it.
good luck.
You can do it.
Dude,
So,
you'll be
yes,
shot. You'll be
we can do
shot
it.
down, or
No, I'm not flying the plane.
not you, but the person.
So my dad,
Trust me, you need a lot of dough.
My
for that
dad
shit.
said before they arrived, they
regulation.
showed up early, and before my dad and his best friend arrived, they handed out little slips of paper to about 100 people all around them
They're making fun.
that said, "We're not a joke with our buddies. There's going to be a plane that flies over. When the plane flies over with this sign, stand up and cheer."
Okay.
All right. So right as this was about to go down, of course, my dad and his best friend had no idea. He said one of the Tigers was up to bat and hit a grand slam,
Okay.
and everybody stood up, and the plane flew over and nobody noticed the plane because they were all paying attention to the game, and they were so pissed. He's like, they were like, fuck you guys, man. We set this whole thing up for you guys, and everybody stood up, and it was just some big deal. But that's the kind of relationship they had back and forth. So I think
it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. But that's kind of a small little version of what we get, or a big version.
Dude, I think that'd be great. Like what you said, like get some kind of like games going around, but it's got to be games that like everybody's good at, that no one will like excel at. Like it wouldn't be like shooting where you and Corey would kick the shit out of me, and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you kind of.
I don't know what that means. Tony put a sunshine emoji. I don't know what that means.
That's fun of me.
Because Kevin said, laugh it up, Corey, after I mentioned talking about running around everyone's junk out, and he said that would be sweet.
I think.
And then, so I commented that it is hilarious. And I also mentioned, sun's out, schlong's out, boys.
Okay. Well, that's...
to be fair.
That's unfortunate.
To be fair.
Unfortunate.
It's not something to joke about, Corey.
Kevin says hard yes.
I'm sure he put a little emphasis on that.
Yes, he did.
Hard, yes.
So on my birthday, we're all going to be downtown at PJ's Lager House, Navajo Joe concert.
Oh, he's coming on your birthday?
Yeah, it's coming on the 12th. We're going to play at PJ's Lager House. Trying to get a bunch of...
So we're not going to Tijuana?
Not on the 12th.
On your birthday?
Right, yeah, not on the birthday. We go to Tijuana anytime.
The 12th of
October.
Well, your birthday could be any time too.
Or your birth cake.
Technically.
Do you still have a piece of your birth cake?
My birth cake? Save it in the freezer. Or, just such an occasion.
You guys want to bite at my birth cake?
You know I'm that motherfucker.
12:53, folks. Pick of the week.
Yeah, well, we can do that.
Would anybody like to kick it off?
I can kick it off.
Nick? Hey, Nick, would you like to kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
Nick Bader, would you like to kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
All right, there we go.
Since Joe's raising the roof.
Joe, we'll get to you, buddy.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I know.
So my pick of the week is somewhat close to home at this point in time in regards to Cinco de Mayo. We started a tradition last year of Calexico, downtown Detroit, and we head down there and have a great time. But that's not my pick of the week. My pick of the week happens to be it's tied to Calexico. My pick of the week is something they serve there. Okay.
Okay.
So it's something that they're known for, which is